Welcome to this tutorial. This video tutorial will guide you on how to meet the Domino REST API requirements regarding configuring the schema, adding a scope, and adding an OAuth application so you can import a Domino application using Design Import. To start, log in to Domino REST API. Go to the Schema Management page. Then click the Add Schema button. In the Add New Schema dialog, select Create Schema. In the Create Schema dialog, select the Domino database. After selecting your Domino database, provide a schema name and a schema description. Click Save Schema. Now select the schema. Activate the needed forms. Click the pencil icon to configure the form. This opens the form configuration page. Add the needed fields. In this example, we are adding all the fields. Make sure that the $files field is added. Go to Mode Settings. And then edit the formula for delete access. Make sure that it is set to True. Now save your changes. Now, we will create a DQL mode. To make sure that the DQL mode and the default mode will have matching fields, we will use the clone mode function. After creating the DQL mode, make sure to save your changes. To make sure that the fields of the default mode and the DQL mode are the same, we will use the mode compare feature. Set the Show Only Fields and Formulas with Differences toggle to the On position to quickly see if there are differences. Repeat the steps for adding the fields, ensuring that the $files fields is included, setting the formula for delete access to True, creating a DQL mode, and ensuring that the DQL mode have the same fields as the default mode for all the activated forms. After activating the forms, all needed views and agents must also be activated. After completing the schema configuration, a scope must now be added. Go to the Scope Management page, and then click the Add Scope button. Select the schema that your scope will be pointing to, and then add a scope name and a description. Make sure that the maximum access level is set to the correct value. Refer to the documentation for the latest information. After adding the scope, the OAuth application must be added. Go to the Application Management page, and then click the Add Application button. Provide an OAuth application name, and then enter an application description. Enter a placeholder callback URL that will be replaced with a callback URL from the identity service created in Foundry. Enter a startup page. Add $setup and the configured scope to the scope field. After adding the OAuth application, take note of the app ID. It will be needed when creating the identity service. After taking note of the app ID, generate the app secret by clicking the Click to Generate Secret text. Make sure to take note of the generated app secret. It will be needed when creating the identity service. You can now verify if all the Domino REST API requirements regarding configuring the schema, adding a scope, and adding an OAuth application are met. To import a Domino application using Design Import.